Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We're live downtown Vegas. Circa Resort Casino is the spot. As always, a 3-hour banger lined up today. Great guests on the program. Fantasy Football Hall of Famer. Best bets today for the NFC East. Paul Charchian coming up in 30 minutes. Also, we'll kick around season-long props / fantasy news with some of these injured players as they keep popping up now on a daily basis. Robert Walker on the show in 1 hour. Long-time Las Vegas odds maker. This guy has so many stories, it's going to knock your socks off, Paul. I don't know. He has so many. He's been around. He's seen everything. I don't know which one I'm more excited about today.
Yeah.
To hear from.
Well, we finally get the story for the first time anywhere because he worked with the guy and was there. When it's an all-time Las Vegas story. Well, Bill Brennan walked out the side door with $500,000 as was never seen or heard from again. Haunts him to this day, he said. Can't wait to get into that story with him.
Some think that he is in the bottom of Lake Mead.
That's right. Absolutely.
Which, by the way, have you noticed the water levels here recently again?
Yep.
Like Hoover Dam, like all these bodies are going to be popping up kind of like right after the pandemic.
Holyfield, Tyson too, bite night. And robbed on his first day of work.
That'll be good. Also, he was taking bets.
What a character.
Right, the Toledo point shaving scandal, college football.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had that too.
Very good.
And how about a $5 million bet on a Super Bowl if we have time?
Not bad.
This is great.
Derek Stevens on the program today as well. Are we going to, maybe this thing plays out. Remember, if you go back to like the middle and end of May, we said, oh my God, this National League Cy Young race is going to be one for the ages. We had like 6 guys in it that were, it was The Miz, and it was Sanchez, and it was Ohtani, and it was Sale, it was Mason Miller. We're like, this is incredible. Well, it never really, this is now what we're getting. It's not like 6 guys, but it's 2 in the National League MVP race. And this might be a daily thing. And I posted today on X at Mitch Moss Radio, like if it's tonight and you had to make a bet on this, because it's basically a pick 'em. I got all the numbers in front of me right now. I got prediction markets. I got national books. Basically a pick 'em everywhere. PCA is a small favorite at a couple of spots. If you had to make a bet on the NL MVP and they announced the award tonight, how would you bet it? Not who you think should win the award. It's this is the bet that I would make right now with my money. Those are 2 completely different things.
Yep. I think it's just riding these guys with the player props and what they've done. And come back with Ohtani tonight. He has a hit in 21 straight games at Coors Field. 4 for 5 last night. During the stretch at Coors, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs. He's hitting .420. Career against Sagano, he's now 7 of 11 with 4 bombs. I'm glad we mentioned that several times yesterday as he hit 2, which was 15-1.
Yeah, maybe in that situation, anything, it was not 2-1. It was a little bit shy of that, but you know, to go back to many of our conversations with the great Matt Vasgersian and MLB Network, like what are we doing with these prices? They're unbettable. I don't know. Last night for people who had him, certainly they're going to say, well, of course he was bettable at plus 180 to hit a home run. He hit 2. He dominates there. I don't know. Maybe anything in the 2-1 neighborhood is worth it for Ohtani.
Total bases too. Yeah. I would just say the total basis is the way to attack it as well.
Well, he was 2.5, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How would you bet it right now, Paul?
Yeah. I wouldn't. You're handicapping a voter. I don't know. I know it remains to be seen if he's going to come back pitching and how long he's going to go there as well.
Well, here's the unfortunate part.
I think there could be a little bit of Ohtani fatigue. So I guess it'd be PCA if he's able. Why do you pitch to the guy with first base open? That doesn't make any. This lefty, I don't care. Lefty, righty. First base is open. Don't pitch to him.
No, it's clearly, by the way, with his numbers against lefties, they're off the charts. It's a mistake bringing in a lefty against the guy, too. Tried to, specialize against. Doesn't matter for him. You really can't do anything against the guy right now. He is so good. Here's the unfortunate thing for me involved in this market. Today is, August 18th? We have to wait until the week of November 11th, 11/11, to find out who wins these Major League Baseball awards. For some context, the Heisman Trophy is announced December 12th. College football hasn't even, we have to wait 10 more days for college football. We will find out the Heisman Trophy winner on December 12th, 1 month after they announce baseball awards. What are we doing here?
Well, at least you know when it's going to be. as opposed to how the NBA did it for so long, where you just tune in to watch guys on Inside the NBA and you might get an announcement.
Yeah, you have no idea, but we might spoil it tonight. So PCA reached the 30-30 club again last night, makes it back-to-back seasons for him. The 6 other players, Major League Baseball history to do it back-to-back years, Willie Mays, Bobby and Barry Bonds, Ron Gant. Loved Ron Gant.
Another guy ruined his career, motorcycle.
I know.
Like Jay Williams.
Vladimir Guerrero, loved him. Bobby Witt Jr. as well. That's it. PCA last night, 5 times on base, 4 hits, 3 extra base hits, stolen base, leadoff home run, walk-off home run. No other player in Major League Baseball history has done all of that in one game. Also, good tweet here from Megan Montemurro. His game last night, the overall performance, 2 home runs, a double, a single, a walk, a strikeout, a stolen base, and 3 RBIs. It added 0.5 F-WAR to his season total, which is wild. 12 qualified Major League Baseball hitters have produced an F-WAR of less than that this year, including Kyle Tucker, 0.4. How's he trending lately?
Yeah, they won, but there's still a lot of negative stuff going on. This guy's 0 for his last 24. He dropped another fly ball, and they brought in Diaz, who gave up 3 runs.
Yeah.
Roberts, I still like that he's fighting. We've got to support him. I believe in him. I think the compete was there. I said this when you were out. It's like C.J. Stroud. What does he have to do to get demoted? He's giving up runs every single time he's out there or walking a tightrope like he got out of the bases loaded jam against Milwaukee after he loaded the bases with 3 walks. Come on, Roberts.
So they brought him in, like, it's absolute blowout. What is it, 11-2 when they bring him in?
Yeah, he made it interesting.
Sure he did. All of a sudden, 3 runs are in. You're like, wait a second here. Is this really going to happen yet again? Can't be, because the lead was so, like, seemingly insurmountable. But that and Tucker is so shot right now mentally. Did you see this last night? He was caught on video trying to, maybe he was joking around. I did not listen to the postgame presser. He tried to hand his glove to Ohtani. Like, why don't you go play outfield for me? And Ohtani just kind of joked around and laughed. He's like, no, I'm not going out there. What's wrong with you?
I know. Don't hit the ball to me, please.
Oh,
he's scared.
He's got to get a day off.
And he can't put the ball in play, and issues he's had as well, right? Well, the other thing is Diaz. Like, what does Roberts mean? He got the compete.
He's fighting?
Out there. He's got the compete. I like to see. His ERA's 12. Yeah. I mean, I would hope he goes out there and at least gives the old college try. He's making $80 million.
Ridiculous.
I mean, that's a bizarre comment from Roberts too. But it's you've seen enough here. This guy isn't getting it done. So even though they won, there's a lot to be concerned about with this LA team.
Again, I'll say it one more time. I think if Ohtani comes back and makes another start or 2, that's the total unknown. I think he's going to win this award. But if he doesn't, then I think PCA can take it down. And that's the biggest part of the gamble, I think, at getting involved right now. And the only people I think that are playing this right now is if you're in a spot where you can hedge with different numbers. That would be it, in my opinion, because it's a total coin flip. I have no idea which way to go with it now.
Right. It's like the AL wild card. There's nothing you can do. There's a 3-way tie, and then a couple teams are a game back. Nobody's good. It's a mess. So there's no bet to be made.
Have you made any bets yet today elsewhere?
No.
I have Yankees in pocket minus 114. We talked about this a lot yesterday. It is the definition of a Malinsky special. 10-game road trip for Baltimore. No day off. They played last night in Tampa. Back home now. That's always part of the handicap. Rodon now. It's down to $1.09, so I got bad number here at Circa. Money coming in on Baltimore a little bit. I'm off here by 5 cents now. I don't really trust Rodon, but I certainly do not trust Baz going for the Orioles. Jazz Chisholm also has good numbers in his career against Baz. I don't like the Yankees' offense. Who can at this point? But I think the Yankees are a little cheap here in this game, and I am playing them, and I did earlier today to win it outright. You could do Alonso props. He's on fire during this 9-game hitting streak, hitting almost 550, and leads in RBI since May 1st, what he's done. Incredible season. So it's win some, lose some. They get Rodon back for the first time since June 28th, but Dr. David Chow thinks Fried's out for the year. Yeah. So they lose him, he goes on the IL, and it could be a couple months. So tough one for the Yankees, but you're right how bad the offense has been, and Baltimore still trying to make the playoffs after a great job taking 3 out of 4 against Tampa. Yeah, and by the way, they used 4 relievers yesterday, too. So the Yankees with a day off, they're fresher. Another reason why I liked them in this game tonight. A couple of player props looking at here tonight as well. Wilson Contreras for the Red Sox. Very good numbers in his career against Merrill Kelly. .538 batting average, 4 extra base hits, a home run. I played 2+ total bases at +125. I don't have access to DK, but DK had +130 earlier, so that's an even better number. +125 is the best I could do. And this Vargas going for the Diamondbacks against Suarez. Now, he has not exactly been lighting the world on fire lately. Only 4 hits overall in his last 10 games. But in his career, again, some guys just have another dude's number. 450 batting average, 5 extra base hits, 2 home runs. I played almost 13 to small bet here, but almost 13 to 1 to hit a home run tonight. And the extra bases there,
Really
I think the highest number I saw was like plus 140.
It lost last night, but the Padres are number 1 all year with the Nerfy. And the Yankees haven't scored a first-inning run in 16 games. And something Mike Paul mentioned last week, it got there yesterday, at least in the game, but the first-inning run in the Twins game, where they got 4 in the first and it held up, and that was the difference. But how about that Mets game? The Padres had 3 guys gunned down at home. 2 in an inning.
Yeah, and by the same guy.
That's right.
Wasn't it Bench who
That's
threw
right.
both out?
Yeah.
And by the way, they weren't even close.
No. Third base coach. There needs to be an investigation.
Yeah, what was going
on?
on?
What are you doing? Yeah.
I mean, fool me once,
job.
shame on you. He did it twice in the same inning, and it's like, guys, you're like 15 paces away from home plate.
Catcher's bracing himself. He's like, okay, I got to wait.
Right.
You're not even close here. Those were lasers coming in.
It's like a big rig showdown. I see it coming from a mile away, and I just got to sit here and take it. It's not going to be a play at the plate.
Yeah.
What is that guy looking at?
I don't know. He cost him the game, though. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's when you're on tilt at the blackjack table. You can't get anything. Screw it. I'm going to do something crazy here that I normally wouldn't do. So Paulie's going to detail a lot of the numbers that came in last night, including the PCA and the Ohtani stuff, with win some, lose some. And we lost our minds yesterday over 49ers rookie wide receiver Deshaun Stribling. Well, we've added even more bets to the portfolio with him.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Tales from Las Vegas as we continue. Longtime Las Vegas bookmaker Robert Walker on the Progressive guest line. Okay, so can you tell the audience who Bill Brennan is and what he did when you were at the Stardust all the way back in 1992?
Yeah, so Bill Brennan was our main cashier, I should say. And he was the closing cashier. Back then, I don't know that people recall, but we didn't have all the writers could cash, right? So it was really you would bet sports or you bet race, then you'd go to a separate cashier that would basically hold all the money, and they would be the ones that cash. So what Bill Brennan did was he just was being a nice guy that day and told all the other cashiers. The procedure was the cashiers transfer the money to the main cage, right, to the casino cage. And he said, I'll take it. Don't worry, you can get out of here faster. You don't have to wait for surveillance or security. So basically, he just got all the money, and he absconded with it. At the end of the night, he just took, it was $507,000, and he just took off with it. So without us, unbeknownst to us, even though we had procedures in place.
So the story's never been told before, and it goes back to one of the biggest heist jobs in Las Vegas history. He had recently been demoted and was also testing security. If you get some of the clues that were there prior, how was he testing security before this?
Yeah, so I guess over a period of months, he would make signs. I heard he even mooned them once. And he was looking to see if they acknowledged him in any way, right? So maybe he would flip them off or, do something where he wouldn't get in a lot of trouble. I guess he would get in trouble if he mooned them. But so just to see if they acknowledged that, hey, we saw you doing that or whatever. So eventually he was pretty confident that that surveillance wasn't watching him on that camera, even though he had, so much money on him. So he had got demoted. He was a supervisor, and I don't know the reason he got demoted. It was before I got there. I got there the year before, and I'm not sure. But like I said, he was one of the nicest guys that you could work with. Always, I'm going to say, always went the extra yard to help everybody else, which is one of the reasons why he got us that night. And what really happened there was the way it works is at the end of the night, the supervisor counts you down, calls security, waits for security to come get you in a locked box, and they take you to the cashier's cage. But in this case, Bill did the same thing. He told the supervisor, Don't worry, I'll go get it. We had a library, handicappers library at the Stardust back then, where we'd put up sheets of stats and scores and whatnot before the internet, basically. And so about an hour later, it was either security called the supervisor, or the supervisor went to see what was going on, and that's when he called me and said the cashier had took the money. I didn't understand what he was saying. This is before really cell phones and everything else. And he said he took $300,000. So I said, okay, I'm heading down there. And then he said, called me back about 10 minutes later and said, it's over $500,000. And I said, thank God, I didn't want to come down there for 300,000. So it was just a really, really ugly night. And then of course, we've never, he was on the FBI's most wanted for a long time. I think they just took him off in 2007, 2008. But they've never come close to finding out who he was. I will say this though, we didn't lose $507,000 because a lot of that was in chips, which are verifiable winnings. So it's probably closer to 300,000. I don't know the exact figure, but it was still ugly though.
So that's incredible. So he wasn't able to redeem the chips then. So it's 1992, but he's trying to walk away with about $250,000. And they went to his apartment. He was gone, cleaned out. His cat was gone. And they found literature and stuff saying how to change your identity and such.
Yeah, but that's just. I think you just said it. That's just not enough money to last you very long when you're on the run like that. My guess is he probably sold the chips to somebody else for 10 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, and then my guess is that person said, "I'll just keep all the money." Now, obviously, I have no idea what happened, but it's not enough money. It feels like he would have turned up somehow, some way. He wasn't an old man or by any stretch. So I think that we would have heard something, but like I said, he had some friends that were, obviously you find all this out after the fact, right? After the fact, it seems pretty easy to know this could have happened. Before the fact, but maybe he's hung around some unsavory characters or shadowy characters, I should say. But we know as much as you do. We know nothing as of today. So
nobody ever heard from him again? I mean, what would be your best guess as to what ultimately happened to him? He's still alive?
I think we're going to find out as Lake Mead keeps going down and down and down. That's my guess, is he's somewhere at the bottom of Lake Mead, which is getting less every day. So it's hard to say, but I think he disappeared somewhere. I mean, I don't think he survived. One of the things that's funny is when you go to Wikipedia or whatever, it said he's the only person that survived or was successful in this kind of heist. Right. I doubt he was successsul.
Yeah. Other people agree with you too that probably the person he was doing this with whacked him and took the whole thing himself. What you mentioned earlier as well. The first Patriot Rams Super Bowl, $4.6 million on Rams money line. How long was there a back and forth? Should we take it? Are we gonna? What would you decide to do with that, and how it turned out? Obviously.
Yeah, so I took the first, I think, 1.5 million on the money line, and then he said he wanted more. He was kind of hee-hawing, going back and forth, saying, "I think I want to get more." So I called the person that I answered to at the MGM Mirage, which was Bill Macbeth, and Bill came down, talked to him for a while, and he bet it twice more. But it's funny because he didn't bet it all at once, right? He bet it. Then he'd look at it, come back and say, because it seemed like easy money to him, it was like a CD or something. So, but we ended up taking 4.6 million and probably at 3 different tranches, basically. And then we took a lot back because you know how the Super Bowl works is all the $10 play is on the underdog to win outright. Right. So we were able to take as much back as we want. And that's one of the, I think that the state won $3 million that year, and we won $3.3 million. So we won all the money that year, and we're in a position where we couldn't lose, which is I've never been in before. I've been in lose situations like the Tyson fight, but I've never been in a situation where we couldn't lose. It was just a matter of how much. So that was a great game, but like I think I've always said, I should have quit afterwards because it's been all downhill since then.
25 years ago. I'm not asking for names. Obviously, we would never do that. But was it a recognizable name? Was it a person that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very recognizable name. I've never said his name. I feel like it's his story to tell. I will say though, he got me the next year. I never give anybody a better number or a better line or it's just not. I just don't do it. Whatever's up on the board is what you get. But because he had lost so much the previous year, I had opened Tampa Bay a really the lowest out there against the Raiders. It was either the next year or the year after that. So I had opened the lowest number anywhere. So we were big Tampa Bay. We were on the Tampa Bay side, and he wanted Tampa Bay, and so I let him have a nickel, and I think he bet 350,000 or something like that on the point spread, not the money line, obviously. Okay. And so we ended up. It was a really weird game where we just made a little bit of money on it, but I'd still lament that $350,000 bet because, if I hadn't given him that nickel, he wouldn't have taken it. But I felt some obligation because of the previous year. So it still bothers me to this day that I gave him that extra nickel.
Actually, could I guess the name? I'm not going to live on the air, but do you think if you gave me one guess, do you think I could get who it was?
Go ahead.
I would say Charles Barkley.
No, he had the other side.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
He said Barkley. Barkley had the other side, I thought.
No, so Barkley mostly bet this was at the Mirage specifically, even though we ran the Mandalay Bay back then. But I think Barkley was mostly played at the Mandalay Bay and maybe at the MGM Grand. I don't think Barkley ever played physically, even though all the bets came into the Mirage. I don't think he ever physically played. So, but that's a good guess. That's not him. This person has more money. This person losing $4.5 million would be like me losing $20.
I think it's Icon. Icon. No?
You're in the ballpark.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Okay. Excellent job. Good to catch up with you. You've had an incredible career. Thanks for taking out a few minutes and sharing the Brennan story.
Oh, anytime, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it. All the bad memories.
Thank you. Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks, Robert.
That is, and what it led to afterwards at the Stardust, where how can an employee walk out the side door with $500,000 in chips and cash?
I know.
And that's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I knew Barkley was at the Mandalay Bay. Did he want?
That's the Bogdanovich story.
No, I know that.
He had Patriot money line. Yeah.
I thought, okay, I mixed it up. I thought that he wanted Rams big on the money line there. Okay, we'll rehash that, and you're going to hear one college football pundit's dark horses for the upcoming season. This is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Man, great stories from longtime Las Vegas odds maker, bookmaker Robert Walker. And your reaction coming in fast and furious right now on X, emails as well. On X at VSiN Live and Mitch Moss Radio at Paulie Howard. One tweet says, "What a great guest, all caps. That was awesome. Love the stories." If you missed it, he was on for about 1.5 segments. A little bit of an issue there at the very beginning of this hour, but you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast a little bit later on. So I threw out Barkley. I forgot that he was I knew the Bogdanovich story, obviously, at Mandalay Bay, but I thought he was also on Rams.
No, he had $500,000 on Patriots.
Okay, all right. So I got that mixed up. My second guess, and you said Icon, and he said Robert Walker's response was what again?
Ballpark.
You're in the ballpark.
Close.
How about Kerry Packer?
Could have been.
Australian billionaire, media tycoon.
Oh, man.
Legendary high roller here in town.
Big whale.
All I did was put his name in real quick to the old engine here. 1995, playing up to 6 blackjack tables at once, wagering $250,000 per hand. He won an estimated between 20 and 40 million during that session.
Changed the bonuses at MGM.
That's
Sear
right.
told the story on the air. It's in his book.
It's in his book.
It's phenomenal. I said Icon because he had a big bet on 49ers money line when they played the Chargers.
Oh, that's
out
right.
here.
That's right.
That's because it was nothing but Charger money and people coming in from SoCal that even though they were a 18-point favorite, whatever it was
$3 in the money line or some crazy
it was
thing like that.
all-timer on the money line.
That's right.
You're right. And they blasted him in that game. I think he bet 3 something on that. I'd have to ask Vinny Meatballs on that one as well. But the Brennan story is incredible and never been told. Because if you Google and search any top 5 Vegas heists all time, that one's on there because they never seen or heard from the guy again, and he's even off the FBI list. What happened? But to think, and there's no apps, obviously. Everything's done at the window. It is the sports book at the time. It's a big Monday Night Football night, September of 1992. He has all the cash at the end of the shift and chips, and he's thinking, I'm good with $300,000 cash. So I think I agree with Robert and other people that this gambler / shady character he became friends with, where they concocted this idea, he probably did him in and then just took all the money at the end, because I'm sure he had to have a way to unload those chips too, because he couldn't redeem them.
Okay, what do you think about this theory? Bill Brennan is still alive.
No.
And he has been a VSiN subscriber from day one. He listens and watches the show all the time.
I love the part of the story.
From a remote location, parts unknown.
They went to his apartment afterwards, cleaned out, and even the cat was gone. Who goes on the lam with your cat? Are you trying, right? And it's like...
Well, I mean, I would take my dog if I'm on the lam.
That's an easy way to track you down.
Right? I mean,
the dog with them.
Yeah,
but,
I respect that, actually. You're not going to leave the cat in the apartment. Come on, that's cruel.
It's something. He took the cat with him.
Well, how about he left a clue there that...
I know. That's right. Changing identities.
The guy was very detailed, so it feels to me like he would leave that on purpose to maybe think that he changed his identity, but maybe he didn't. I don't know. Obviously, I mean, Robert had no clue either. And he had a great line, by the way, during the break. He's like, the nicest guy, and he said on the air too, but nicest guy you're ever going to meet. But he said, as the old saying goes, what con man isn't nice?
Right. Quiet guy.
Yeah. How do you like how he's testing surveillance, by the way?
No kidding. Middle finger, whatever. I just cannot believe that happened. That in a Las Vegas casino, an employee walks out the side door.
Right. Here's one, too, that I thought Robert was working that night, but evidently he was not. We need to bring somebody on for the audience that is unaware of this game. Because I ran this by you, Paulie, when Robert was going to come on the show today. We need to go down memory lane again and talk to somebody about the Wisconsin UNLV college football game at Sam Boyd Stadium out here in Las Vegas the night the lights went out.
Jay Cornegay would be good on this.
He'd be dynamite on
other
that.
People that, would worked on the strip during that.
You had this whole city was overtaken by Badger fans.
Right.
And I was at the game.
Significant line move.
Yeah, it went from 3 to 9 or something like that. And they're killing UNLV, but you have to get past the 55-minute mark of a college game for it to be official at that time. I think that's probably still in the rules, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, lights go out. Well, everybody in the city's on Wisconsin, pounding them. The lights go out at Sam Boyd, game cannot finish. Immediately, the conspiracies out there were about, there was a big bettor in town who hired somebody to run into a transformer out here and knock the lights out.
Right.
Because he was going to lose so much money on the game.
Yeah.
Or sports books did that.
27-7 Wisconsin, 7 minutes left in the game. The officials had to call it.
That's it.
Lights out. Their initial reports are exactly what you said. A guy hit a transformer near the stadium. Nevada Power later confirmed it was an equipment failure, a bad cable line, and what caused the blackout. The outage lasted roughly half an hour. Power restored at 4 a.m. Good luck explaining to drunk Wisconsin fans why they couldn't cash their ticket.
Oh, and by the way, I got reports that weekend of several books who were overtaken by Badger fans who traveled here for the game. Wild that they couldn't cash their tickets.
Yes. Convinced it was a fix. Convinced sabotage. Convinced Nevada Power was in on it.
Sure.
Whatever, with the significant line movement.
Yeah.
There was, they had 42,000 there, strong. That made the move here, and nothing but Wisconsin money, and that's a refund. Sorry.
That was such a massive story out here for a long time that year. Had to be. Longer than a year. It lasted for a long time.
Yes.
Will Wisconsin be a dark horse this year? Well, Phil Steele talked about his for this upcoming season.
I don't think we're going to see Indiana ever again as far as a team coming from the bottom to the top like that. But I do think Indiana's clearly in the mix. But, if you're looking for teams outside the top 10 that have a shot at winning it all, I'm going to throw two of them at you right now. The first one coming from the Big Ten would be USC. And when I talked to Lincoln Riley going over the roster with him, he feels it's the best defense he's had in his 5 years at USC. Gary Patterson, the defensive coordinator, one of the best defensive minds in football. They have my number 5 rated offensive line. They got Jade Maeva back at quarterback. The running back core is loaded with Wayman Jordan and King Miller both back. Remember, Jordan missed half the year with injury last year. And they get Oregon and Ohio State at home. They were 7-0 at home last year. And keep in mind, had they knocked off Oregon in Autzen Stadium late in the year last year, they would have made the playoff. So keep your eyes on USC as a dark horse. And then another dark horse, at least this year, and it's a surprising name because it's not like in Indiana, but it's Alabama. And I think the way Alabama finished the season last year, getting blown out by Indiana, couldn't run the football in the postseason. They lose Ty Simpson at quarterback. There's no doubt that they were picked 6th in the SEC by the media. But I think when you look at Bama, it's Kalen DeBoer's 3rd year. This guy's an excellent head coach. This guy's got a 20-6 record against ranked teams. I like both Keelan Russell and Austin Mack at quarterback. The defense is loaded. The secondary, one of the best in the country. The defensive line, they added a lot of size up front, so they're going to be tougher against the run, get more pressure on the quarterback. And when you factor in the schedule, I haven't favored in 9 games this year. I have 3 toss-up games, though. Georgia at home. They beat Georgia on the road last year in the regular season. At Tennessee, at LSU. Nobody's talking about Alabama this year, but I think they could surprise.
That's Phil Steele, 2 of his dark horses this year. He was on VSiN by the books with Jensen and Dave. Bama, dark horse? Do they qualify in your opinion?
Yeah, they would qualify.
Okay.
I would think at 13.
Well, I think that you're kind of on a dark horse. You had it in the guide, the VSiN College Football Betting Guide, Penn State, right?
Playoff, yeah.
Yeah.
To win it all, that's aggressive.
Well,
But
no, I'm not
definitely
going to go
play
that
it,
far, but
yeah, because the schedule's so easy, and they should go over their win total. And I would much rather have Penn State than USC, and that's schedule related.
no
Big
question
time
about
schedule.
that.
Big time schedule there.
Yeah,
Difference with
that's.
those two.
Imagine if the schedules were flipped.
Yeah, no kidding.
USC would be probably odds on to make the playoff this year.
I also like his playoff pick, which is Navy 8-1, which he gave out too. I think Paul Stone did that.
Yeah,
when
he did.
was on with us
Paul
earlier.
definitely
So,
did.
Out of that group of 6, who's going to get in there? And no one was ranked. No little guy is ranked in the polls.
Yeah.
So a lot of people thinking Boise, even though they're 3 touchdown dogs to Oregon to start, but Navy at 8-1, Phil gave out to make the playoff.
All right, that's we've had those. I mean, last year, those teams that made it, both of them, as a little guy, they were huge numbers at some point, either before the season or during. I had Boise the year that they had Genty to make it, and they were like 7-8-1 to make it that year, and everything was set up for them to be a great team that year, and they were. But
and they did it.
They did. Yeah. But here's the thing: Bama's ranked 13th overall.
Yeah.
I need to go down a little bit more than that. But I guess he's talking about maybe JVT hasn't won the national title. He was the one person in the guide to have that. But the
rushing game was an abomination.
No, it was.
No, there's nothing to speak of.
Hideous.
Hey, one more thing from Robert. How about in 1996, one sports book losing $1.5 million on a fight? How about that? That shows you how the price was on Holyfield.
I am.
Isn't that something? I mean, we were the only game in town then.
That's right.
And to think you lost that much, what that price was on that, but he was invincible. He was the baddest man on the planet, even though he's got one tune-up and he's out of prison.
I know. How would that would probably never happen again, right? Well, first of all, are we ever going to have a character like Tyson ever again?
What's happened to the heavyweight division?
It won't happen.
Just come in and knock everyone out within 90 seconds of every fight?
Yep. All right, we're going to grab a bite inside of our pizzeria coming up next. Your long shot bets that could pay off quite handsomely. Plus, we'll go over some legs to consider for cross-sport parlays. NFL divisions this year, tricky.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're on.
Here we go with the bets for tonight in action right now. Yankees, this game is underway. They're playing in the first no score. Runner on first away looks for the Yankees, 2 outs. I got them at minus 114. Bad number. Closed, I think, around, minus 108, something like that. But it's a bad spot for the Orioles. Long road trip. which was over with last night, but now Malinsky special going into this game. A couple of bets for week 0 in college football. I just think these numbers are a little bit too high. For example, Hawaii +6 on the road against Stanford. Who's Stanford to be laying 6 points against a Hawaii team that could be pretty decent again this year? And the other one is, this opened up 3. Paul Stone talked about this with us a while back, but now it's starting to come back a little bit. 6.5s are still available. They were this morning. Give me Memphis +6.5 against UNLV. I don't think either one of those games will close there, so maybe a half a point, whatever, of CLV hopefully going into next weekend's games. Also tonight, Major League Baseball, Wilson Contreras for the Red Sox. Good numbers overall in his career against the starting pitcher. Over +1.5. Merrill Kelly, total bases at +125. Best of luck, everybody.
We mentioned the Nerfy, number 1 in all of baseball, the Padres. Mason Miller hasn't pitched since Wednesday. But there's an article on ESPN.com. Is this one of the best relief seasons ever for a reliever? I would say yes.
It is.
He's 4-1, 30 saves and 31 chances. His one blown save came when he entered in the 8th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. He got the win anyways. A .89 ERA, 16 strikeouts per 9, hitters hitting 140 off him. 2 extra base hits, both doubles.
That's
yes.
Are you serious?
No one talks about it. I mean, the season's almost over.
Right.
So now it needs to get more attention now that we're almost to September and what he's done. See if he gets out there tonight, but then again, hasn't pitched since Wednesday. And the other one, in addition to 15 straight 17th game in a row, Yankees don't score in the first inning.
No score, jeez.
15 straight unders in the WNBA. It's wonky, the schedule the rest of the month. A lot of teams are playing every other night and like 5 games in 8 days, or definitely 4 games in a week, because they're off from September 1st till September 17th. Then they play a week, and then that ends the regular season. It's bizarre. So take a look at the Fever and the Sparks and the Dream, and a lot of teams. You're going to see like 4 games a night for the rest of the month, and a lot of teams are playing every other night until September.
I got to be honest, it's so far, like, that patch of time is so far out of sight, out of mind. Why? What's the reason for taking 2 weeks off like that?
I don't know either. That is bizarre.
Okay.
And then you're going till mid-September, ending your regular season. Most people think sports betting's about picking winners. Ungambled, built on a different idea. Match betting and arbitrage, a tool that teaches you how to use sports book bonuses and promotional offers to capture value, whether or not your side covers, and Ungambled backs it up. If you don't turn a profit on your bankroll in 8 weeks, they refund your membership. Start with the free guide at ungambled.com/VSiN, ungambled.com/VSiN, code VSiN for 10% off. Bet sharp, look square, Ungambled.
Okay, so this is the reason why. Look, Paul, it's kind of weird, but in the last 10 days, I've had multiple people come up and tell me or ask me the question, how is it possible that Sonny Gray is 25-1 to win the American League Cy Young, thinking that he has a great shot to win? What is he, 15-2 on the year? He's got really good overall numbers, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would say that wins don't matter. That means nothing when it comes to the Cy Young anymore, for the most part. And there's also this then. Major League Baseball put this out today. Their latest Cy Young poll, chosen by a panel of MLB.com experts. Schlittler is 1. Cease is number 2, and that's razor thin on the odds board anyway. And those two guys they continue to have amazing seasons, so they're going to be tough to beat. Then number 3 is Drew Rasmussen for the Rays. Number 4 is Parker Messick. Before you get to Sonny Gray checking in at number 5.
Wow.
Now, I don't know how many of these people are actually voters, but I would say that there's going to be some sort of crossover between some of them being voters, some might not, but also they're going to be thinking the same way. I saw that, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's it. You can't bet on him to win the Cy Young. And we only have 6 weeks left of the Major League Baseball season, by the way. And then I talked about a case maybe to be made for the Mariners to bet them. How about this email from Mike, ftm@vsin.com, reminding us that the Mariners slow play it every year, then make a push. Looks like more the same, as their September schedule includes 7 against the Angels, 7 against the A's, 3 against the Rockies. he played them to make the playoffs plus 275 and to win the division
That's it?
plus 375.
That's what the odds are? Oh,
That's what he got. I'm sure that you might be able to get a little bit more than that.
7 games under 500.
I just
Only
think
2 back, but there are 6 teams ahead of them. And by the way, Toronto's up 2-0 in the first. Baltimore, Texas, and Detroit tied for the final wild card spot. 3 games under 500. Twins a half back, Jays a half back, Cleveland a game back, Seattle 2 back.
tell you what, they might be a team based on the odds, but that books are not stupid. They'll see the schedule as well. The Mariners for most wins in September could be a little fun bet to make, because if they do get hot, they'll and those bets cash off for Mike. You would think they're going to be in the mix there to have the most wins. I think the team stinks.
They do.
That's all. I mean, I guess the one thing they have going for them is that the rest of the American League West is pretty weak as well. I want the Astros to take off and run away with this thing, but that's not happening.
Well, they have to take advantage of this. This is like you just mentioned with Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
They have that now.
Yeah.
They get here comes A's Angels for a bunch coming up.
Right, and this is the stretch of games where I think I know this, the Astros were a popular bet for most wins in the month of August, and so you better start taking advantage of that like ASAP, boys.
And they're in first place, and they're a game over 500. I mean, what a debacle! This is not how Manfred drew it up. Oh, hideous. Angels for 3, A's for 3. Then they go to New York. But they better, because the schedule's difficult after that. So you also, late in the season, they close Seattle and the A's. But they better go 6-1 here in these next, next 2 series coming up.
I wanted to tell you about this as well. This is from Aaron Boone. He said that, and now where is it here? Aaron Judge is going to start, he's going to begin hitting progression this week. They need him back, obviously, before the playoffs. Get on that. Offense, to your point, the Nerfies, everything like that, they've been a debacle here for a while.
Yes. Got some other news today, too. The Packers are going to play the starters. Denver's playing. I think I read Denver's playing the starters as well. And there was another team coming out. Now I can't find it. Another team playing the starters as well.
Okay.
And then, like you mentioned, what new? Mike Evans left practice with an injury. So that's good news for us, too, with Stripling.
And boy, oh boy, I don't want to get crazy here, but one day after the Jordan Tyson news, 15 minutes ago, Chris Olave headed to the medical tent during practice today. He had to walk off with trainers. I don't like hearing that.
Yeah.
And that bet that we talked about a little bit earlier, Paul Charchino was awesome talking about Juwan Johnson. And Juwan Johnson was as high as 75-1 to lead all tight ends in receiving yards this year at FanDuel. Evidently now, since we brought it up on the air, that number is long gone. But he was third last year. Can you believe? I did not know. I guess top 5 because Charch set it up like that. But he finished third last year overall in receiving yards by tight end.
Yeah.
And this year with now Tyson missing a good 2 months now coming up. Last year, McBride had 1,200, Pitts 930, Johnson 900 overall. That's like completely under the radar.
Chargers playing their starters Thursday night.
There you go.
That's what it was. 49ers favored, though. I'm surprised by that.
Well, the Chargers also had bad news today as what offensive lineman was carted
center,
off the field.
Yeah. But in a preseason, though, I'm okay with Trey Lance. And they had a blowout win against the Texans last week. But that stretch, for whatever reason, what is it? Mackinnon had it up there, vcent.com. I believe it's a 1-10 stretch in home games in the preseason going back for the Chargers.
That Chargers schedule from weeks 3 through 10 is enough for me not to want to have, like, future bets on them. And one reason why I like to go with the under on their win total, actually. There's a lot to like about the team, other than the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule's a nightmare.
Wow, that's a lot of teams, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Our great job by everybody behind the glass tonight. Stay tuned. VSiN Prime Time is next. Tim Murray, Matt Humans. They'll take you through the entire live betting evening on tap, along with plenty of football futures on board as well. Best of luck, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.